Or you know what? Cut that. Cut it. We're not doing intro. All right? We're going right into it. So, David Chappelle, and I guess Ricky Gervais too. Maybe I'll go into that one as well. But on the day of New Year's, the New Year's Day, we got a couple new stand-up specials. I didn't hear about the Ricky Gervais until someone at work told me about it. Said I need to check it out. It's really good. But the one I did know about was Dave Chappelle, which I don't even remember how many of the specials that he had on here, but whatever that number is, he's those for nothing. Like, all the specials are good. I've enjoyed all of them. I think my favorite might be Sticks and Stones. Perhaps, I don't know, I'd have to watch them all again to get a fresh mind, fresh perspective. The last one he did on here, The Closer, was really good, but it also kind of ended on a bit of a sad note because he was talking to, telling a story about a friend who had passed, so got a little deep at the end. But that was the last one we had for a while. And now we came up with this new special, The Dreamer. Now, I was originally just going to watch this and just enjoy my time. But then the first joke happened. I'm like, alright, I got to record this. So, even though I already know how this first joke is going, the rest of this is fresh. Because, like I said, it just came out today. I have no idea what's coming up, but after this first joke, I'm like, I gotta bust it up on here. Gonna bust! I might pause every now and then just so, the YouTubes don't get mad at me. Or, granted, Dave Chappelle will get mad at me too. I don't want him mad at me. Please, David, don't be mad at me. I'm not reading all that. So, yeah, if you want to read whatever message this is, you have to watch the actual special. And, David's doing something on screen right now. A little cold open, an intro to his special. What is he doing? Like, who is that? Oh, God. No! Not with this music going on behind. Oh! I feel so mixed. Dave Chappelle. Was he entering through the crowd? What a ballsy move. Surprised ain't no one attack him. That must have been at Madison Square Garden. Look at him. Freaking no sleeves, rocking it. And where's that microphone going? She gone. He threw that straight in the heavens. Okay, never mind. Coming back now. Washington, D.C. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool. Because for reasons that Dave Chappelle shall tell us, oh man, that stage brings so much memories. Oh! So he's going to talk about this in a moment, but he's in D.C. and he's on the same stage that he recorded Killing Them Softly. I mean, he's going to go into this, so. But if you have not seen the stand-up special, Killing Them Softly, it is regarded as one of the best stand-up specials ever made. Now, I feel that Dave Chappelle, at least a couple of these stand-up specials, in my opinion, maybe it's because I've seen Killing Them Softly too many times, so I already know all the jokes, I know all the punchlines. But if I were to watch it with brand new eyes and brand new ears, maybe I'd find it as funny as I did back then. Maybe even more. I don't know. But I do know I really enjoyed his first stand-up special. Like I said, Sticks and Stones, they're really funny. Dave, he's just got to that stage of, comedic talent. He kind of reminds me of how he would describe Eddie Murphy, how, Eddie Murphy could be having this super serious, prolific, just profound conversation with you, and then out of nowhere, he would just drop a fucking punchline on you, and you just die laughing. That's what I feel like Dave is right now. I feel like that's where he is right now. Now, is he naturally like that, or because of people like Eddie Murphy, he kind of stride, to move towards something like that. Either way, I think he does that very well. He can have serious talks while also having very cool, awesome conversations and make you laugh. Anyways, let's keep going. The Dreamer! Alright, let's get started.
Alright. Almost 24 years ago.
24 years ago, that's fucking insane.
Last time I was on this stage, in this room.
Yeah! I mean, the set looks different, but you can definitely tell this stage is... Yep. The set looked different, but...
Sitting in that robe, pregnant. She's now my wife. The baby...
What I like?
That she was carrying, my first child. I smoke weed with that nigga now.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like he likes to keep it serious. He can keep it serious. But then when he wants to drop a joke on you, just bam.
About that night was the pressure. For the show, I had to run out there on the avenue.
Then he's going to talk about another story that...
Because I couldn't even fill the fucking room.
You probably heard about...
What a difference. 24 short years next.
24 fucking years, dude. 24 fucking years. I don't want to tell you how young I was when this special first came out, but I was really young.
My father had died. He never lived.
Very young when that special came out. I almost died listening to it. It was so funny.
I was inconsolable. I thought I'd never smile or laugh again.
Yep.
And the only thing that got me out of that space was a comedian friend of mine, the late, great Norm Macdonald.
I mean, that is very true. I'm glad that he brought this story up, too. Because speaking of the closer, you saw a short little tribute to Norm. I don't remember, I think it was midway through the ending credits of that special. It shows the last picture that Dave took with Norm. And you can kind of tell then and there, it's just like, oh no, Dave. It's like, oh man. Norm does not look good. I mean, he looks like his old happy self, but health-wise, you can tell it's like, oh man, how did we not see that coming? Shit like that is insane. But yeah, I forget what it was, but there's one thing I saw on YouTube where it was like Dave Chappelle, David Letterman, Conan, who else? I can recognize the woman's name. I can never remember her name, though, but she's really funny. Adam Sandler was there. Someone else was there. Who else? There was somebody else there. David Spade. Man, I wish I could remember that woman's name. But it was just a couch of these guys just reflecting on Norm, and Dave talked about how, I think he's talked about it before, but there was just a time period, like I said, after his dad died, and he was inconsolable, and Norm was the one person that helped him through it. Helped heal his heart during a time where it seemed unhealable. So yeah, that's just how great of a guy Norm was. But we're about to get a little bit more insight on what he did.
Which I'll never forget.
One of the things, at least.
He knew that I was the biggest Jim Carrey fan in the world. Now, I'm not going to go all into it, but Jim Carrey is talented in a way that you can't practice, rehearse. What a God-given talent. I was fascinated with him.
That's true, man. That is fucking true. Jim Carrey is, like, you can kind of explain what he does, but it's something that's easier explained than replicated. Like, you've seen a lot of people try to do the Jim Carrey roles. Like, look at all the sequels that people try to make after Jim Carrey's not in that film. It doesn't work. And I guarantee you what, I know Jim Carrey says that he retired from acting. At least that's what he says. So, but if Sonic continues and they try to get someone else to do Robotnik, whoever it's going to be is going to try to do the best Jim Carrey impression, which is not the way to go about it. You just can't win that way, because only Jim Carrey can be the Jim Carrey person. So if they were going to do Robotnik without Jim Carrey, they would just have to do Robotnik in a totally Well, in a similar way, but that person will have to do it in their own way. They'll have to be silly, but not like Jim Carrey silly. Just however they're silly. It would be weird and jarring. People are like, oh, I miss Jim, but it's better than trying to do what Jim Carrey does. It doesn't work. It's because, in a lot of ways, people just don't get it and don't understand how he does it. And from what you hear from people, you know, explain with working with Jim Carrey, it's not just him going on a set and going all wackadoo and no, he plans it out. He plans it out. He practices it, and you know, he's a true master of his craft. Speaking of masters of his craft, Dave's about to talk about one of his crafting projects here.
And Norm knew that. He called me up. He goes, Dave, says, I'm doing a movie with Jim Carrey.
This is Norm.
You want to meet him? I said, fuck, yes, I do. And it was the first time I could remember since my father died being excited. In the movie...
Oh, I could see that woman in the front row. She's like, oh, that's so sweet.
And in this movie,
I caught you. I caught you feeling all emotional.
Late, great Andy Kaufman. Yes, and Jim Carrey.
Andy Kaufman only got one whistle out of the crowd.
The moment he woke up,
I think Dave was expecting a bigger response.
There's Andy Kaufman. I didn't know that. When they said cut, this nigga was still...
He was still Andy Kaufman.
So much so that everybody on the crew called him Andy. I didn't know any of that. I just went there to meet him, and when he walked into the room where we were supposed to meet, I screamed, Jim Carrey! And everyone said, no!
No!
Call him Andy. And I didn't understand. And then he came over and he was acting weird. I didn't know he was acting like Andy Kaufman. Just like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hello.
Just what the hell?
Andy? Now, in hindsight, how fucking lucky am I that I got to see one of the greatest artists of my time immersed.
That's such a great swerve coming, guys.
Processes ever. Very lucky to have seen that.
Should have seen it coming.
But as it was happening, I was very disappointed.
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
I wanted to meet Jim Carrey.
That's such a true, like, dude, what an honor it is to be around Jim Carrey when he was at such a weird moment in his life where he was, you know, he was so ingrained in this role that, you know, he would refuse to be called Jim Carrey. He just preferred himself as Andy, which I think Jim even said that he might have gone a little too far with that. At least I believe he did. Oh, since we got this crowd shot too, I think I was talking over it, but Dave even talked about how, you know, when he was doing his first special, he had to pull people in, giving tickets away in hopes of filling out the seats. And, yeah. Dude, could you imagine being someone that was just walking on the street and some comedian is like, hey, you want to come see my show? And you're just like, oh, yeah, sure, I guess. You got anything doing? No, let's go. And then you just witness one of the greatest damn specials ever. Dude. Dude. All right, let's go.
And I had to pretend this nigga was Andy Kaufman all afternoon.
I hope Dave has met him.
Clearly Jim Carrey. I could look at him and I could see he was Jim Carrey.
I mean, I'm sure he's met Jim Carrey again, so he's probably been able to talk to Jim Carrey as Jim Carrey.
Anyway, I say all that to say, that's how trans people make me feel.
Oh, there it is. There's the swerve. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that woman don't want to laugh, but she's smiling. She's smiling. Look at that face he goes. Oh. I love this fucking guy. Holy. Oh, man. Just in case anyone was worried about Dave holding back after all the fiasco. Worry no more.
Here we go.
Oh, that fucking smile it is.
Now, if you guys came here to this show tonight,
Yeah.
thinking that I'm going to make fun of those people again, you've come to the wrong show. I'm not fucking with those people anymore. It wasn't worth the trouble. I ain't saying shit about trans people. Maybe 3 or 4 times tonight, but that is it.
He said, just getting it off my plate and then moving on.
I'm tired of talking about them. And you want to know why I'm tired of talking about them? Because these people acted like I needed them to be funny. Well, that's ridiculous. I don't need you. I got a whole new angle. You guys will never see this shit coming.
That's so fucking true, though. It's like you need to punch down on us and it'll be funny. That first stand-up special, I don't know, maybe he had a 5-minute joke about trans people in that. Maybe. But then they blew it up into something like huger than it needed to be. And then David is just like, I don't know why I said David. What am I, his mother? Dave was just like, all right, I gotta talk about it now. Now it's an ordeal. Because now they're telling me not to tell the joke, and now gives me the itch to want to tell more jokes. And yeah, might have unintentionally started that whole trans movement thing. Might have. I don't know. So, I don't know. That's up to your own interpretation.
Trans jokes no more. You know what I'm going to do tonight? Tonight, I'm doing all handicap jokes. Well, they're not as organized as the gays. And I love punching down. There's probably a handicap in the back right now because that's where they usually make them sit.
Now I know. Now you guys, I know you can just listen to the jokes and you think, like, oh, I get a lot of the experience. It really helps if you watch the special, with the actual. Because Dave, especially, you would think as he got older, he'd be less animated, but no. I mean, he's not, like, super animated, but he's got, a lot of facial, that sounds weird, but a lot of jokes that he, like, you have to see his face in order for the joke to really pop. Like this one, he's like just shaking his head.
I came here to laugh at transgender people. I didn't know this nigga was gonna make jokes about us. Come on, y'all, let's get the fuck up out of here.
Oh my god! Oh. Oh no! Woo! Oh, my head hurts already. Little trans people, if you don't like him making jokes about the handicap, it's too fucking late. This is your fault. What have you done? Now David is going after the handicap. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Let's keep going.
Yeah, it's about time somebody let these handicaps have it. They done met their match tonight. Fuck them.
Besides the Lord.
One time I was on Capitol Hill.
Uh-oh.
I seen a handicapped congressman. Madison Cawthorn, that's his name.
I don't even know who they're talking about. I just heard a couple. Oh. That even made Dave laugh.
He's a Republican from North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And he was shocked because I saw him and I go, hello, Congressman. He didn't even know I knew who he was. He turned.
Yeah.
Then I just walked away. I wanted him to see me do something he couldn't do.
Oh.
He's no longer a congressman.
Okay.
You follow politics. I'm not trying to be funny, but he lost his seat.
Oh, God. I love this already. Oh, my God. When I have to take breaks, this hurts my head. And I'm going to miss jokes because I'm just laughing. Ooh. Okay. Let's continue.
Oh, buddy, yes, he did. And you know what he did wrong?
What?
He was running for Congress again, and this motherfucker tried to be controversial.
How?
He was on all them right-wing podcasts talking all that shit. He was like, Washington is worse than Hollywood. I was at home like, what? He said, these people are disgusting.
Yeah?
They have orgies and sex parties and drug parties. And I was thinking, this nigga sounds like Juicy Smoothie.
That's a little callback to Sticks and Stones. And I'm not going to lie. I love that joke, but I'm kind of sick and tired of hearing everybody talk about Juicy Smoulier. Ever since that special, every time that topic comes up, everyone always says Juicy Smoulier, which shows us how much reach that joke got, which is insane. But man, did I get tired of everyone saying Juicy Smoulier. It's like, let Dave have it. It's his joke. So yeah, Dave, it's his joke. He can say it however. Everyone else, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear y'all say nothing about no Juicy Smoulier. It's Dave's joke, alright? He's funny when he does it.
He's lying. Now, I don't doubt that they do this kind of shit in Washington. But I doubt he's seen it with his own eyes.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck invites a paraplegic to an orgy? So this nigga can roll around and snitch on everybody. I said, there's only one reason you're going to invite him to an orgy. And you know what that is. Have at it, guys. I can't feel it.
Oh, Lord.
This bill passed for America.
Oh, I gotta skip back for a second. I want to see this crowd.
And you know what that is.
Yeah.
Have at it, guys. I can't feel it.
Here, I need to see these guys' reaction.
Let's get this bill passed for America. One at a time, folks.
Oh, man. I was like, it's a cool man. Getting crazy here.
Yep.
All right, Dave, what do you got
The
next?
handicaps are the new people I punched down on.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I've been trying to repair my relationship with the transgender community because I don't want them to think that I don't like them. And you know how I've been repairing it? I wrote a play. I did, because I know that gays love plays.
Okay.
Very simple, but it's moving.
Yeah?
It's about a black transgender woman whose pronoun is sadly nigger.
Okay. We're all right, Joe. I don't know why I said Joe. All right, Dave. It's a tearjerker. Is that what he said?
At the end of the play, she dies of loneliness because white liberals don't know how to speak to her.
I think they do. They just don't want to. Oh, God.
I've also been working on a book, and this is true. I'm rewriting the American classic, Huckleberry Finn.
Oh, God. Yeah.
From Nigger Jim's perspective.
You know what?
It's called The Adventures of Nigger Jim.
Yeah.
That's how the book starts. Huckleberry Finn walks up to him and goes, "So you're Nigger Jim?" And he's like, "Yo, I just said Jim." What's your name, little buddy? Huckleberry Finn is my name. What? Huckleberry? That's your real name? God-given. You know what? Just call me Nigger Jim.
You got that. It's fine.
I don't
Your
care
name's
if you are
Huckleberry.
Black or white or whatever. If you ever meet a white person named Huckleberry,
Let him out.
he has less money than you. It's the white trashiest name I've ever heard in my fucking life. If you have a name like Huckleberry, you're doomed to fail. If I was in court and my lawyer came up and was like, "I am your attorney, Huckleberry Finn," I'd be like, "Uh-oh. I'm
Uh-oh.
going to jail."
Yeah, the only reason Huckleberry is famous is because someone else wrote about him. Huckleberry himself, not so much.
But if I do, I hope it's in California. Because as soon as the judge sentenced me, I'll be like, Your Honor, before you sentence me, I just want the court to know I identify as a woman. Send me to woman's jail. And as soon as I get in there, you know what I'm going to be doing? Give me a fruit cocktail, bitch, before I knock your motherfucking teeth out. I'm a girl just like you, bitch.
Oh, here we go.
This girl dick I got. Don't make me explain myself.
Oh, you can... It took me a second to get what he... No! I can't... Why did he do that? Oh, no. Oh my god, I love this fucking man. Holy shit. Oh. Watch the special, guys. Watch it with me. We can all laugh together. Good lord. Oh, that hurts my head. Stop, please. Have mercy. Yeah, Dave's already got some people crying out there.
You know,
Got me crying here.
Great reputation in show business, but in comedy, I'm what's known as a lazy comedian, which is crazy because I work all the time. But that's not why they call me lazy. They call me lazy because I do shows sometimes 20,000 people be in the crowd.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone call him a lazy comedian. Can I assume who is calling Dave Chappelle a lazy comedian? Maybe a certain group? I don't know. Let's continue.
And then I'll tell a joke, and they all look at me like I'm crazy. But 3 or 4 people will laugh really hard. And I'll be on stage like, yeah, that's good enough.
Hey, look, man. Sometimes you just want to throw a joke out there and you just want to see if it hits or not. Sometimes people get it, it's just like, that's good enough. Continue.
Well, this next joke is one of those jokes that...
Oh.
It's not, you know what I mean? I like to tell it, but it never does good.
Okay, you got me curious.
I'm gonna do it. You know what? I don't do good. I'm not good at impressions, but this is an impression. You ready? Okay.
He's already laughing.
This is not gonna work. All right, this is my impression. It's my impression
He's already sweating about it.
of the dead people on the Titanic. Let me finish.
Guys, it's been like 100 years. Calm down.
Of the dead people on the Titanic as the submersible was approaching their ship.
How do you even do this? Okay, intrigue is that an old time.
All right, here it goes.
Can't even fucking do it, man. Can't even fucking do it. They can't even get... Like, put too much hype on yourself, man.
Join us in our watery grave. That's funny to me. Listen, that is a funny way to die.
I think him hyping it up like that helped the joke. But I think if he were just to do it straight like that without struggling with it. Plus, sometimes the enjoyment of the comedian having, some fun with their jokes, it works. Not all the time. Sometimes it's like, all right, dude, I get it. You like to laugh. You can laugh at some of your jokes sometimes, but you gotta chill out, man. You gotta calm down. Let the people laugh at it. I get that you made the joke and it made you laugh at some point, but you gotta let the people laugh.
On my 70th birthday, I'm going to take a submersible to see the submersible. Hopefully by then it should work.
Probably.
That joke. you know this strip club in D.C. called Camelot?
We got some clientele.
Is that still open? Well, I know what I'm doing after the show. I gotta tell you.
He's like, I got plans.
The other day, my wife called me creepy. You know, I frequent strip clubs. I don't want, it's something I like to do. And my wife said I was creepy because I go to strip clubs by myself. Is that creepy?
Then look, yeah.
I think that's better going with the fellas. That's creepy to me. Hey, y'all, let's all go to the strip club and get our dicks hard together as a group of friends. Drive home in a quiet car and not talk oh, nigga, I go by myself. But my wife doesn't understand why I go to the strip club. It has nothing to do with sex, you understand? I need a pinch of sexual energy in the room to relax, but it's more about being out. I like the music. A few naked chicks in there just makes you feel good. But I'm not trying to like socialize or meet anybody. You know, sometimes I go to the strip club and I bring a book.
That's odd, but
and I
it
sit
works.
right by the stage because the reading light is better.
I'm telling you guys gotta watch this for yourselves. There's a lot of visual jokes going on. I like it.
One time I went to a strip club and this is weird.
This is weird.
The stripper, for some reason, told me her real name.
That's weird.
So I left. She didn't understand. She was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "Good night, Deborah."
He was like, I can't do this. Getting too close.
God bless her, but my wife is mistaken about my life. She told me once she thinks my job is fun. My job is a job. I'm fun. It's too dangerous, man.
You know what? That's fucking true. You look at the stand-up life and you think, oh man, that looks like fun and exciting. What a good time that must be. But if you're not in the right headspace, it's not going to be fun. It's going to suck. I'm fun. So, yeah, it's all about headspace. He's like, I've heard a lot of people say they've done the dream job and it just wasn't fulfilling and they lost their minds.
You know, all last year, I was touring with arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, living comedian, Chris Rock.
Oh, that's right.
Toured all year last year.
Yeah, just slapped it on him. Am I right?
And right before that tour started,
Got smacked in the face. Yes.
Chris was involved in what we blacks might even consider a goddamn 9/11.
Oh, I can't wait.
Chris got slapped in the face at the Oscars by Will Smith, which was one of the craziest things I'd ever seen. In fact,
Yeah?
if you watch it live on television like I did, when it happened, I thought it was fake.
A lot of people did. Some people still do.
I wasn't sure, so you know what I did? I waited, because I'm like you, I know Chris. I waited like 30, 40 minutes, as long as it would take him to get to another party. And I called him on FaceTime, and he picked up. As soon as he picked up, he said, "You was the only nigga I'd answer the phone for." Apparently, Obama and Oprah, everybody had called this nigga. And I thought it was fake. I didn't know. So
That's kind of funny. I mean, I guess you got all these other people. It's like, you're Chris Rock, you're a comedian. It's like, who do you really want to talk to in a situation like this? Who do you want to be on the phone with? Another comedian, most likely, you know? And Dave Chappelle is more than just a comedian, probably a really good friend as well. But, I don't know, I think out of all the people that he was probably getting calls from at that time, he was probably like, okay, David is probably the one I'm going to actually want to talk to out of all these people.
I asked when I go, well, you know, he said, "What?" I said, "Did it hurt?" And he said, "Yes, nigga, it hurt." And then I knew that it was real. And then, and only then, was I offended. And I wasn't just offended that he got slapped. That was only half of it. The real offensive part was that after they slapped him, this nigga Will just sat down and enjoyed the rest of his evening. It was crazy.
That really is bullshit. That is the biggest load of horse ass. I know we were talking about, I wonder if we'll bring up Jim Carrey, but that was really one of the biggest, like, dude, are you fucking serious? Will Smith just smacked the fuck out of Chris Rock, and he just sits there and has a good time for the rest of the night. And Chris has to, like, I don't know what happened to Chris afterwards. Did he just go home? Did he just sit backstage, like, frozen, just contemplating, like, wondering, still in shock, like, why, I don't know, why, he's still out there? What the fuck? He got consoled by Denzel Washington? The fuck? He's consoling him like he just got smacked by Will Smith. What the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I don't think it's coincidence that Jim Carrey, not long after that, decided he was going to retire from acting. Because, yeah, he went on a talk show the next day, and he was he was not happy. He even said he would sue Will Smith millions, maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars if that happened to him, because, I mean, what he said was true. That's just there for the rest of their lives, particularly Chris's life. They see him, they're going to think of the smack. So, yeah. Let's continue.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. I feel that.
All year, we was touring, and I couldn't wait to see what he was going to say in his special about this slap. And I told him all year, but the night he taped his special, Chris was one of these guys that's crafty. You never know what he's going to say until he really says it.
Yeah.
So I went to see him tape his special. He taped it right up the street in Baltimore. Now, you guys are from D.C., so you know about Baltimore.
Yeah.
We all know that through the years, D.C. has been through some very, very tough times.
What?
Sadly, Baltimore is still in a very tough time. Not everybody in the world really can understand the depth of Baltimore. Baltimore is so desperate that
Desperate.
Tupac and his mother moved from Baltimore to Oakland for a better life. And Chris Rock went so hard in the paint, and I can't believe he did this. He shocked a Baltimore crowd. I didn't even know that was possible. I started doing comedy around it. Shocked them. And you know what he said that got him? He looked at the crowd. He walked. I didn't expect him to say this. He
What
looked
line?
at the crowd. It's all black. Baltimore black.
Yeah. Baltimore black. It's a distinct color. Look.
Even if you rich and black in Baltimore, you know them niggas is traumatized about something. And Chris shocked him. And this is what he said. He went to that crowd. That crowd. He said, I refuse to be a victim. The crowd said, oh. And I was backstage looking like, nigga, watch the tape.
He's like, watch it. You gotta read. You ain't seen the full picture, Chris. You got hit too hard. You gotta watch the tape.
I know it's fucked up, but I tell you the truth. You know, everything's funny. Everything's funny till it happens to you.
Oh, is he gonna talk about it?
3 months.
Yep.
A mere 3 months after that terrible attack.
He got tackled.
I was on stage at the Hollywood Bowl. And a lunatic
A lunatic?
jumped out of the crowd and attacked me. Now, I gotta tell you, if it happens to you, you don't even know what the fuck is happening. It was like slow motion. I just looked up. I don't know this nigga. And I was looking and said, oh my God, I'm being attacked. And this motherfucker was ragged. He jumped at me. He was like, ah. I'm old, but I'm fast. I caught this motherfucker's head with my hand and pulled his hoodie over his eyes. I can still feel his head in my hand.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. Just like that weird little thing that it's like after all this time, it's like I can still feel how that distinguishing feeling on my fingers of his head. Like, that's fucking nuts.
It was spongy.
It's spongy.
He had been growing dreadlocks. Not the beautiful dreads that breastfarians grow. These were accidental LA homeless dreads.
Okay.
This shit had leaves and sticks and bottle caps and shit in it. Some kind of grease. I was like, ugh, like this. And then I fell down. And he knocked me all the way on the ground. And I was like, man, this is a bad situation. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to die or what's going to happen. But in that moment of vulnerability, you know what occurred to me that had never occurred to me before in my life?
Yes, David.
In that moment, it occurred to me that bodyguards should not wear dress shoes to work. Travis! This nigga Travis came out slipping aside on some kind of beautiful loafer and fell flat on his back. Oh my God. Now both of us are down. I can handle this shit myself. So I popped that boom. And then the kid that knocked me down, he popped out, boom, and we looked at each other and realized at the same time, I was bigger than him.
No.
And that motherfucker took off running. And I started to chase him, and I said, fuck him. I picked the microphone up.
I'm going to have to watch that again. I want to see this whole sequence go down. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I wonder if he's going to talk about what
finish this show.
what Chris Rock says afterwards.
That's right.
I mean, he did get up and finish the show. I'm dying.
For 3 months before that, I'd been making fun of Chris Rock. And people would ask me all the time. They'd say, Dave, what would you do if you were Chris Rock and Will Smith slapped you in the face? And to this day, the answer is the same. Well, I don't know what I would have done. I've never been in a situation that extreme.
Yeah.
But I do know now what Will Smith would not have done. And that is enjoy the rest of his evening.
Oh, I like that. I like that. That's funny.
We gave that kid a good while. We was winning this. Not we. I mean, I was on stage trying to think of a joke to tell, but they was beating this nigga up right behind me.
I do remember that. Beating the fuck out of him.
And I'm sitting up there trying to think of what to say. And I'm tongue-tied.
Oh, yep.
Me, of all people, can't think of anything to say. Look at my karma. Just that moment. Of all the people in the world, Chris Rock walks from backstage, walks up to me in front of 20,000 people, grabs the mic out of my hands and looks at the crowd and goes, "Was that Will Smith?" Man, motherfuckers fell out of their chairs.
Yeah, that was perfect. It's such
I was standing there looking stupid.
the right person at the right time in the right situation.
In my mind, nigga, this is my attack. You got attacked 3 months ago. Now you have jokes.
That just means you're gonna have jokes in 3 months.
Back from Chris and tried to get one off, but my shit did not go good at all. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, it was a trans man. And the crowd was like, boo. It's LA, we like trans people, boo. No, I felt so bad. I felt so bad. But I know why I did it. You have to be there to understand. But man, when that guy tackled me, it was like it's like a movie or something. You got to picture this. Picture a famous person, like every famous person you could imagine was at that show.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest night that Hollywood had ever seen.
Boop.
And when that guy tackled me, he cleared the bleachers. I had to watch the tape afterwards to know this happened, but as soon as he tackled me, Jamie Foxx was the first motherfucker that
Oh, yeah, that's right.
crowd. He was wearing a white cowboy hat. Like
I do remember that. I remember that. Yeah, that was weird. What the fuck?
I've never seen this nigga in a cowboy hat before.
Yeah, what the fuck, Jamie?
And Jamie started chasing that motherfucker around like any given Sunday. And that kid was fast as shit, was juking and shaking, and it broke Jamie's ankles, and he just kept running. And then Jon Stewart from The Daily Show ran from backstage and jumped at this motherfucker like Super Jew. He was like, ah!
Okay. All right.
And the kid seen John coming, so he jumped back, and John went flying that way. And this kid was fast, and then he turned around. He sees the emergency exit. He starts running for the emergency exit. Just before he got to the door,
Who was it?
motherfucking Puff Daddy from Bad Boy Records jumped in front of the door. That nigga was like, Boy, Puffy got that motherfucker. And then every celebrity just ran out because every celebrity saw themselves in me, and they just started beating the fuck out of that kid.
That's a good point. Like, everyone was just like, dude, if we don't start beating the fuck out of these guys, they're gonna get a little too confident. So they just had to make an example out of this kid. And then everyone's like, oh my lord, I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to involve trying to go up to especially a big celebrity like Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock, just to know that, you know, all of their peeps are in the back ready to just kick the fucking shit out of you. But you know what? It'd also be an honor.
I know Chris is backstage looking like, nobody helped me.
He's all mad as hell. Oh, that was so great. That was a nice... It's so funny, too, because as everybody hates Chris, you know, of course, when that happened, there was a ton of those memes. So that was a nice callback to the show and those memes.
What you guys might have read. I don't know what you read, but...
What did I read? I didn't read anything, I just watched.
Kid, while he was beating on him, reached in his waistband, pulled out a .22 caliber pistol. That shit was mayhem. Everybody started screaming, oh my God, he's got a gun. He's got a gun. And then I got scared. I was in the back, but I was scared. Because I knew that everybody that was with me was armed. Yes, if they had shot and killed this kid on stage at the Hollywood Bowl.
Fucking 50 people shit.
Pay to do, Travis.
Travis just get all this shit right now. Leave this man alone. And his fucking loafers.
But Travis G'd up. Travis wrestled the gun out of the kid's hand. And then he took it like that, tried to chamber the round, and he couldn't. So he pulled the trigger, and it wasn't a gun. A knife blade popped out of the front. This kid was going to stab me. Some scary shit. So the next night, even though I didn't have a show, I said, I got to get right back on stage. I went and did a show.
That's good.
And someone in the audience screamed out, Dave, what happened with the attack? And I didn't know there was journalists in the room.
In a comedy
All
show?
I said was that this nigga had a knife that identified as a gun.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I got 6 more weeks of bad press for that joke. I didn't even do nothing to this thing. That's not right. That was not right. And then the New York Post went to the jail and interviewed my attacker like he was some kind of hero.
Oh, no. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. In case people needed more evidence that journalists will take anything that any celebrity says and spin it to however they want to put it for their narrative, well, there you go. But hey, in the case of Dave Chappelle, those kind of stories turn into great jokes, so better luck next time, journalists.
And I read that interview. It turns out the entire attack was my fault.
Way to go, David.
I triggered him. I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to, but I did.
I had done jokes about the homeless.
About the homeless?
Turns out this young man was homeless. And I mean, there's no way I could have known this.
He was at your
But
show.
I will say, for a homeless guy, this nigga had incredible seats.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, guys, you don't even have to be as sharp of a comedian as Dave to catch that shit. It's like, I'm a broke, homeless man on the streets. How'd you have tickets to Dave Chappelle's show? I was broke, man. I ain't have no money. Okay. All right, man. You can go. We're done with you. Bye. Yeah.
Oh, and they said I triggered them because I had done LBGTQ jokes, and it turns out this fellow was a bee.
He was a bee. He just.
That's the headline of the article. It said Dave Chappelle's alleged attacker is bisexual. I said alleged attacker. This motherfucker definitely attacked me. I'll show you the tape.
Yeah.
He's allegedly bisexual. I'm going to need to see him suck somebody's dick before I believe
it. Oh, man. He's like, I know there ain't no alleged attack. I don't know I can trust him on being bisexual. I'm gonna need some evidence in order to find out.
In the paper, I was horrified. I said, bisexual? I could have been raped.
That reminds me of the Sam Gillis joke where he's talking about, like, think of the most terrifying group, like Vikings, and they're coming to your, their ships are coming to your town. You're like, oh my god, the Vikings are coming, and they're gonna rape all the women and children, and then a pride flag goes down, and the dudes are like, oh, fuck, it's so much worse, we're fucked. Okay, keep going. Sam Gillis is really funny too.
It's not funny because...
Yes? Why isn't it funny?
Because all that madness ensued.
It's so funny that people laugh after he said it's not funny.
I went to the hotel room.
Yes.
I was by myself, and I opened the door, and my wife was in there alone. She was sobbing. Like sobbing. I said, oh my God, what's wrong with you, bitch? Did you get attacked too?
Were you attacked when I didn't see it? By the same man?
And she's crying. She said, oh my God, Dave. She said, if you had died tonight, me and the kids would have nothing.
He's like, wait, what? I think you guys would have had something.
Then I knew it was serious. So I sat down on the bed next to her. And I reached in my pocket, I pulled some keys out that she'd never seen before. She said, what are those keys? And I gently placed them in her hands. I said, sweetheart, those are the keys to my safe deposit box. God forbid anything ever happen to me. But if it does, don't even worry about it. You and the kids have everything you need in that box. I've already taken care of it. And she was looking at the keys. And I could see her mind realize what we were actually talking about. And then she just started crying harder. And to be honest with you, that made me cry a little bit too. And we hugged each other real tight.
Okay. Stop laughing, y'all. I know the impeachment.
Do you know this bitch looked in the box while I'm alive and well? Who does that?
I'm still alive.
Oh my God.
He's so mad.
She was mad at me. She said, God damn it, David, I opened that box. I said, you did?
I'm still alive.
She said, yes, I did. And there was nothing in there. I said, nothing.
No one.
She said, nothing except your stupid joke book. I said,
Oh.
I said, well, sweetie, look. If you tell those jokes exactly how they're written, you and the kids should be fine.
Something
Good jokes.
says that she missed a little something in that box.
She's like, good jokes? What is this shit? Come join me in my watery grave. No, you gotta roll your throat.
He's still laughing at it. He's still like, man, sometimes you just have a joke that hits you the right way for a while.
Oh boy.
That's a nice little callback.
I've been married a long time. I have, man.
Sounds like you guys still have fun, though.
But I love it very much. In fact, you guys wouldn't believe this about me. I'm a jealous husband. It's true. Yeah, let me tell you something. One time I thought my wife was cheating on me. Yes, nigga, yes.
Look at this guy. Yes.
The worst days of my fucking life.
Tell me.
I couldn't take it.
Yes, yes.
And I'm embarrassed about it now, but I can talk about it. You know what I did?
You killed him?
It's fucked up, but I did do this. I waited. I waited for her to fall asleep.
To check her phone?
I waited a long time.
She takes forever to check her phone?
She's Asian. I couldn't tell if she was asleep or not. I was looking at her.
You're like, yeah. Gotta say, Dave, that jacket of yours is a little too long.
And when I was sure she was asleep, you know what I did? I stole her iPhone.
Yep.
Took it downstairs and started trying out passwords to see if I could open it.
Probably,
couldn't figure out the password.
Probably locked.
And I remember it's an iPhone. This shit has facial recognition. I'm just like, oh.
Oh, God.
And that shit opened right up. And I saw a text message in there from a fellow named Earl. I don't know anybody named Earl. I woke her up out of her sleep. I said, wake the fuck up. Who the fuck is Earl? And she said, David, what are you talking about? Oh, don't you play dumb with me, bitch. I done opened your phone. Who is Earl? And she said, oh my God, David.
How'd you open my phone?
It's gay Earl from the hair salon. I said, word, what am I, dummy? How am I supposed to know this nigga's gay? And she was calm. She said, read his text and look at his pictures.
Oh, God.
I said, reading the text. This fella sure does spell girl with a U a lot.
Oh, okay. That, I think.
And I switched over and looked at his pictures, and I couldn't believe it. This fella looked gay. And still pictures. His mouth was open in every shot. And I knew she was telling the truth. And then I felt like dumb. I said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Here, take your phone. I'm sorry. Just go back to sleep. I'm sorry. I guess I just been insecure because all this cheating I've been doing. Good night.
I was like, that had to go somewhere.
And she didn't let me leave. She said, well, since you want to wake a bitch up. And then she pulled my phone from under her pillow. I said, what the?
She already had it.
She said, who is this bitch in this picture? I said, how'd you open that phone? She said, it was easy, nigga. All I had to do was mash my nose and go like this.
Oh, yeah, how dare you?
She said, who is this bitch? I said, give me that. Oh, girl, relax. That ain't no bitch. This is my friend, Deborah. I'm going to close tonight with a long story. Do you mind?
No. How long of it? Damn near 20 minutes of a story here. All right, I'm ready.
All right, it's a long one, so pretend that I finished because I got to go get a cigarette, all right? I'm not done, but just act like it. I would prefer staying in the Oceans by acting. Thank you very much. Good night.
He's just... Why is he walking so slow? Hey, look at that. Wonder if this is Travis who he's talking about. Oh, and he even takes off the coat. That's how you... No, got me looking forward to this joke. Look at him. He's really laid back. Let the chain out. There you go. See, this is what you should have been rocking the whole time.
Thanks for not giving me a standing O, motherfuckers.
You assholes.
It's all right. I just wanted to smoke. You like that, don't you? Okay.
All right, the story time.
Kill him softly.
Ooh.
When I was 22.
I like this.
HBO gave me the biggest opportunity of my life at that time. They gave me a half-hour special, but this shit was not like a special. You know what I mean? It was like it was generic. It didn't even have a title. It was just Dave Chappelle.
I might have watched that.
I shot it in San Francisco at a place called Broadway Studios, which is on the second floor of a building. And beneath Broadway Studios is a nightclub. And the special was only supposed to be 30 minutes. And I got ready. I practiced. I did all the shit I was supposed to do.
You brought it to like an hour.
The night that I taped, 20 minutes into my 30-minute set, I'll never forget this. Music started blasting from the nightclub underneath. You could hear it real loud, and it fucked my whole show up, and I was devastated.
You know what's funny? I'm going to let him keep going. But that reminds me of a Sam Gillis special where he was, doing his show, and then they must have been in a similar venue because I guess the crowd can hear like some music bumping. He started being like, "Oh man, I bet everyone here is thinking like, man, we need to be at that place. This place sucks. I want to go to that place. It sounds fun." I don't know. It just kind of reminded me of that.
I was a young man.
Devastated.
I really believed in what I was doing. And I thought that my dream had been killed. So when I got off stage, I ran down the steps to the alley behind Broadway Studios, where the control trucks are parked. Yeah. And I kicked that motherfucking door open, and I started yelling at all the producers. I was nobody in show business, just a guy that believed in us. I said, yes. Man, you fucked everything up. That fucking music, what the fuck were you thinking? And there was a guy who was a big-time producer, I ain't saying no names, and he stood up, and he said, "Hey, kid, sit the fuck down." He said, "We didn't ruin anything." He said, "We made a deal with that nightclub to not play music, and they didn't honor the deal."
Uh-oh.
And I said, "Who didn't honor the deal?" And he pointed to a guy. I'll never forget it. It was an old white man sitting in the Ford Taurus by himself. He said, "That guy right there." And I didn't waste no time or ask no questions. I went to that Ford Taurus, and I beat on that window, and I said, "Open the door, motherfucker, I want to talk to you." And that old man looked at me for 1 second and wisely drove the fuck off.
Yeah. The pussy move, but there was wise.
Cussing at anybody who would listen. And 2 minutes later, literally 120 seconds later, couldn't have been any more than that, the doors of the kitchen in the alley of that nightclub underneath Broadway Studios flung open. And that old man was standing there. That same old man with reinforcements. He had 2 big goons with him. And he looked at me, and he was calm as a cucumber. He said, "You, come here. I want to talk to you." I didn't know anything about the streets at this age.
Yes.
I found out later in my life that these men were Russian mobsters. And I don't know what you guys know about the Russian mob, but these are the niggas that killed Denzel in Training Day.
Yeah. The same exact ones, I remember.
The knew what I was up against. They said, "Dave, do not go in there." And I said, "Fuck y'all." And I walked right into that kitchen, and they closed the doors behind me, and it got dark as fuck in there. And I knew, I'm not dumb, I knew I was in a bad situation. But you have to understand, I believed in what I was doing, and I didn't give a fuck.
Yes.
Just kept cussing at these motherfuckers. Telling them how they ruined my life. And that old man couldn't believe that I was talking all this shit.
To him.
And as soon as I took a breath, he stopped me gently. He said, "Hey, kid, listen. Your friends lied to you." He said, "We made a deal. But your friends never paid me." And when he said that, I realized I was locked in the kitchen.
Okay. He's like, oh, fuck.
I realized he was telling the truth, which would make me wrong. And the very moment that I realized I was wrong, for the first time, I was afraid. You see, it's a funny thing if you believe you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You can get drunk off the feeling of how right you are. That's why gay people are so mean.
I wonder if there's a gay person like, he right. I'm so mean. I'm sorry. He's laughing again.
But I didn't buckle. You guys would have been very proud of me. I was scared, but I didn't buckle. I said, "Well then, sir, I owe you an apology. But I believe that no matter what reason that music was playing, it ruined my life." And that old man looked at me with sympathy in his eyes. He walked over to me.
Cigarette's already almost out, dude.
Gently placed his hand on my cheek. Which I gotta tell you, it's a very emasculating thing to do. I was standing there looking at this nigga's hand on my cheek.
You ain't gonna do nothing about it. He's just like...
And he said, you are a real man. Tap me on my cheek.
That probably didn't feel bad.
Real soft. Just like that. The doors opened back up. The light from the alley flooded into the kitchen. And I just walked out alive. I lived to fight
Another day.
another day.
Yep.
And in that moment, I learned one of the most valuable lessons of my life. And I have to share it with you.
Yes.
That lesson is this. In your life, in any given moment, the strongest dream in that moment wins that moment. I am a very powerful dreamer. Yeah, I'm not lying.
Well, now I see where he's getting the name of the special. The Dreamer.
I dreamed tonight, this very night, as a 14-year-old boy. And I am living it
He's a
as
14.
a 50-year-old man. My dreams are very strong. Today, I walked all around Washington. I used to be poor in this city. And all day, people just said, hey, Dave, like they knew me personally. And I felt like I knew them. And I say to myself, my God, Dave, what a powerful dream. But then sometimes...
Yeah?
Sometimes I feel regular.
Oh.
I feel like myself. Maybe I'll smoke some weed and be in some nightclub and feel shy.
Hey.
But I'll look across the nightclub and I'll see some guy that no one's ever heard of. But this nigga worked all week and got bottle service. And this bitches bring him...
Wait, hold on. Does Dave Chappelle have a tattoo that says human on his forearm? And if that's what I thought I saw, how long has he had that? I don't want to hear that he's had that for like his entire career and I just saw it for the first time ever. Because that'd be very embarrassing. But you would think, I guess he does wear a lot of long sleeve shirts or jackets when he's on stage. Except when he does these kind of more intimate moments. Intimate jokes or whatever, where he's just kind of more laid back. But, I guess I've just never known.
I picture in my mind he's Persian. He's doing some kind of weird Persian dance.
Okay, Persian.
And he got 6 bitches at his table because he got so much liquor. And they all call him saying, go Cena, go Cena. I'll be looking across the room like, oh my God, I'm in that guy's dream. I can hear him telling his friends, hey, I was at the club last night. Man, that shit was fantastic. I had bottle service. I seen Dave Chappelle across the club looking at me like, ooh, who was that?
Ooh. Yeah.
And that's the trick to life. You have to be wise enough to know when you were living in your dream. And you have to be humble enough to accept when you're in someone else's.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I don't judge between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Because you guys look at them as big ideas, but I look at them
big dreamers.
as fellow dreamers.
Or fellow dreamers.
I can't judge between them because I see myself in both of them. I am Will Smith. I am the man that cannot take it anymore and will slap the shit out of the next person that says a cross word to me or somebody that I love. And I am Chris Rock. I am the man that can get slapped in front of the whole world and keep my composure so I don't fuck anything up. That is what men do.
Mm-hmm.
Men make boundaries. Men enforce boundaries. And men test boundaries. And no man tests more boundaries than a trans man.
Oh, we're back. Here we go. Yes.
When I see a fellow dreamer, I give them my utmost respect.
But
even if I don't understand what their dream is, I know a dreamer when I see one. And I've met many powerful dreamers in my life. None more powerful
than
a man who calls himself Little Nas X.
Oh no. I don't
I
know.
met this nigga at a party. I had no idea who he was. But the minute he walked in that party, I knew I was in his dream. Everybody in the party was another dreamer. Everyone was famous, but when that nigga walked in, he was dressed like C-3PO. He was shining.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier. He was just having this big old, special, talking about something personal and everything and being a dreamer and all that. And the next thing you know, we're back in joke mode. And now he's getting animated with it again.
And everyone was like,
it seems so seamless.
I didn't know who he was. And for some reason, out of all them dreamers, he walked right up to me.
Okay.
And he said, I tried to get you in my video. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I said, what? I said, what?
Me?
What video? And he just looked at me like, you know what video. And walked away.
This fucking walk.
And I watched him walk away. I said, man, this nigga's having a very powerful dream.
He's having a very powerful dream. He thought I was in it.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when we was in grade school. Remember in grade school, the teacher would ask everybody what they want to be? Timmy, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yes.
And Timmy acted like he had an idea. He'd stand up, he said, I want to be a fireman. And the teacher would say, Timmy, that is a beautiful dream. But Timmy didn't mean it. Timmy said he wanted to be a fireman because deep down, Timmy's attracted to fire.
I just wanted to make a little note. It's like, for some reason, if I'm ever talking about a joke and I just throw out a random kid's name, it's always Timmy. And why is it always Timmy? I blame Fairly Odd Parents, but Timmy's just a very fun boy's name. It's like I was just getting fucking mad at kids, like, fucking Timmy! Sit over there! Or something like that. I don't know. But the name Timmy is just funny. It's always a Timmy.
By the time he's 14 years old, this nigga's a full-blown pyromaniac, playing with kerosene and matches like a goddamn expert.
Jesus Christ.
One night he goes downtown with his buddies, fucking around with fire, and burns a warehouse down. And he doesn't know it, but there's 13 migrant workers from El Salvador.
Oh,
and in that
Jesus.
They get trapped, and then they die in the fire. Isn't that a tragedy? It was an accident. He's only 14 years old, but he's black. So they try him as an adult.
A black Timmy?
Timmy ends up spending the rest of his life in jail. Dream deferred.
Okay. You're making himself chuckle.
But what about you, Billy? Billy, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Billy
stands up and he says, I want to be president of the United States. And the teacher says, oh my God, Billy. Billy, that
it's beautiful.
Is a wonderful dream. And Billy means that shit. Billy does everything right. That motherfucker gets his grades up. He joins student government. He even does extracurricular activities like show choir just to make his resume look good. He's on track to be president, but junior year he wipes. When he's 16, he gets his girlfriend pregnant.
Okay.
He has to drop out of high school to make ends meet. But lucky for him, the local Walmart's hiring.
Okay.
By the time he's 20 years old, this motherfucker makes assistant manager at Walmart. He's the youngest one in the district. He says, oh my God, if I could keep this up for 4 more years, I could be a manager. And if I can keep this up for 6 more years after that, I could even be a regional manager and have as many as 3 Walmarts under my control. And he's a big picture guy.
Yeah.
He sees where this path is going. So he kills himself.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh, I didn't see that coming at all. Oh, next story. I don't know if the crowd appreciated that joke as much as I did. He just sounded so gleeful as he was talking about his grand plan. He just kills himself. Oh no. Let's keep going.
Well, what about you? What do you want to be when you grow up? I don't want to say. Because I don't want the other kids to laugh at me. Who cares if they laugh? Your dream is yours. Okay. Own your dream so they can come true. Say it loud and proud. What do you want to be when you grow up? Little Nas X.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
And that nigga stood up in front of the whole class. I want to be the gayest nigga that ever lived. I want to do a music video and slide down a stripper pole all the way to the depths of hell and suck the devil's dick at 10 o'clock on BET while all the kids are awake and can see me. Shockingly, that was the only dream that worked out.
Oh no, I'm dying.
I'm here tonight.
Lord.
The city where I built the dreams that I live.
Hell yeah, brother.
I wanted to tell you all that they came true. And I wanted to thank you all for making the man
Lord.
today.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Holy shnikes.
Yes, I am living a very powerful dream. Every time I come to this city and I stand before you, I realize that, my God, man, this is not my dream at all. It's yours. And I am honored to be in it. Thank you very much, Washington, D.C. I'll see you next time.
Oh, man. Let go. Oh, look at that. Well, I'm gonna mute that. But let me see. Look at that. It's got a little, okay, just a little clip of, his first special, Killing Him Softly, directed by, okay, never mind. Oh man, of course, he was an executive produce. Oh man. Okay. I can breathe again. I can get a break. Oh, look at all those people. Let's see Ludacris in there. Oh, is this Jeff Ross? Almost kind of. Oh, there's Chris Rock. Yeah, Jamie Foxx in the cowboy hat. Is that the night where he got tackled? Oh no! Oh man, someone getting down with it. Oh damn, dude! Look at Dave. He got moves. And look at Steph Curry. Like you gonna make it? Laced it! Oh, damn near laced it. I don't know who that guy is. Oh, is that Jim Carrey? It looked like him. And there's Jon Stewart. Those guys are really great friends. That's John Mayer. Those are really good friends. A bunch of people. I don't know. Maybe they're close relatives. Oh, that's Busta. That's Busta Rhymes right there. Oh, Lord. This was a... Sorry, I'm dying. Oh. Is that the handicap guy he was making fun of the whole time? Oh, that's the drummer for Chili Pepper. And there's Ray Charles, I believe. Is that who I thought it was? Oh, man. Oh, there's that picture again of Norm. That's so sad. Oh, and Bob Saget. I forgot he died too. Oh, I didn't forget, but just wouldn't think about it. Hulk Hogan. Damn, brother. Dude, you look pretty... next to Hulk Hogan, you actually got some pretty big arms, man. Is that his wife? She's cute. I mean... That's your one. Yeah, look at that. It's Eminem. That little Mike Tyson. Is that one of the Wayne brothers? Is that who that was? I don't know. These pictures are going by too quick. I can't keep up with all of them. Please stop it, please. Oh my goodness. David Chappelle. I don't know how you do it, my man. But oh my goodness, you are still so... Yeah, that's definitely his wife. That was definitely his wife. I don't know how the man keeps doing it, but the dude just bleeds out awesome comedy, and it's Sorry. This dang old frog. I figured all the laughing would help get it out. Man, oh man, oh man. I wonder how many more specialties he's got coming out, because after... Did he say it in the closer that they made a new deal, or sometime after the closer? But I know he made a new deal with Netflix for more specials, so we got more of them coming. And if this is the first of many, oh, I can't wait to get the rest of them. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me for the laughs. Hearing me almost pass out from pure laughing exhaustion. And I would like to know what you guys thought about this special. I thought it was really good. I don't know where I would rank it as far as the other ones. It's hard to say at this moment in time, like where it would rank across the rest of his specials. Because I can tell you, at the time Sticks and Stones came out, I don't think I would have said it's my favorite. But it's just one of those things, as time goes on and on and on, it's like, oh, okay. It resonates me with a lot more, or I'm finding this joke a lot funnier than I did the first time, or the second, or the third. But sometimes you can't really place it at this moment, just because, you're still kind of like taking it all in. But what I can say is I can definitely go around people that haven't watched this special yet and give it a glowing endorsement. I love this man's comedy, and after he's done, I'm always looking forward to the next. But till then, I can always watch some of his older stuff, because that stuff is awesome too. Anyways, whatever you guys thought about the special, let me know what your favorite joke was. I don't know, like, I'd have to look back, but there's a lot of good ones, especially that first joke at the very beginning. Like, it caught me so off guard that it's like, okay, I gotta get started. I gotta record this. I just need the reactions. I just want to see how everyone else feels about this. Let me know. And the next time I see y'all, guys, going back on my Godzilla tangent, this is a little bit of a detour, because if Dave Chappelle abruptly comes out with a special, I'm going to make time for it. If you didn't know that, now you know. Anyways, until next time, guys, have a good night. And, that's about it. Peace. Fuck that. You don't need the intro or the outro. Bye.